Cameron Inoue, Brian Burnett, and Tanner Gray. North Texas controls the opening tap, and we are underway inside of the Reynolds Center.
And you can see immediately Tulsa in kind of a matchup zone here. Really talking, hands active, kind of throwing a little curveball here to North Texas.
At the line, Anaya Johnson.
Boy, Anaya Johnson with the mid.
72% foul shooter, uncharacteristic there. Starters brought to you by Red Crown. Tulsa, anybody can dish it, anybody can score it in this group. Kicked back out, long misses create long rebounds, but Tulsa not able to capitalize on the second chance.
Boy, Tulsa flying around defensively, just really creating havoc for North Texas right now.
Starting lineup for North Texas, brought to you by Red Crown Credit Union.
Tulsa collapsing on the post. Anytime the ball goes inside, I think it's a great tactic by Angie Delp's crew.
Shot clock winding down. That didn't hit rim, but Tulsa able to control. They prefer it that way to keep the game flowing. On the attack, home rim, unkind to Jade Clack.
Well, you can tell Tulsa just wants to get out and run, man. They get that ball and they get on their horse and get down court.
That three is too strong. There's Hadley Perriman on the rebound. She's been one of the league's best. And a loose ball. I think we can expect those. He's able to return.
North Texas staying in a man-to-man defense here. They think their elite defenders can switch 1 through 5 out on the court at any time.
You're going to have to, the way that Tulsa can make.
So far, you know, here early on, not too much offense, but a lot of defense.
Two minutes in, still looking for our first points.
You see Coach Nelf there on the sideline. I mean, she's animated as all get out. Looks like she's wanting to check into the game there in the defensive stance.
Well, she was a former Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year, so Tulsa gets talked about a lot for their offense. She appreciates defense as much as anybody in the country. Battle for the rebound. Perriman able to control. Cartwright with the head up. Nice feed over the top to Jade Clack.
And there you see it right there. Tulsa getting out on the break. It's what they do best. And their last game out at 25 fast break points. They want to get it and go.
It could be anybody distributing for Tulsa. Kind of positionless basketball. 6 different players average at least 2 assists per game. And they get a takeaway here. Good active hands from Cartwright. Here comes the Golden Hurricane. Loading up for 3. Cartwright. Defense leading to offense.
And there you see, get into the paint, draw the double team, turn and kick for a wide open 3 for Maddie Cartwright.
Ison staying right in the pocket of Hardaway. Rhythm 3, no good. Cartwright able to sky up for the rebound. Clack.
They want to get downhill and get to the bucket, so great job by Tulsa so far defensively.
You look at the amount of turnovers being forced, and there's one right on cue. On the other side, though, North Texas defense creating offense.
Boy, Jade Clack hard to the bucket. Looked like she might have got fouled, but hey, referees aren't calling anything. You got to play.
less than 2 weeks ago. Home win over Wichita State, and then on the road took down Charlotte, but then fell at East Carolina team.
Yeah, Tulsa right here defensively kind of shows what they're doing right here. They're denying, but when the ball goes inside, they're collapsing on the post and scraping. That time forced the turnover for North Texas.
Harriman, little step through, can't get it to go amongst a lot of traffic. Coming in from nowhere, Jade Clapp.
Gosh, Nelp has taken full advantage.
Yeah, that's for sure, and they've defended well. 9-3 at home this year. North Texas has never won in this building. They came close last year.
Boy, Tulsa staying in the matchup zone there and trying to make sure that North Texas
obviously such a rebuilding process since Nelp got here to kind of build within her system. Just go after a lot of tall, long athletes that can run up and down the floor and, like you said, play any position. Players like Kennedy Alexander, who just checked into the game. Taken away. Deck. Kyla Deck, the junior, one of the league's leaders in steals.
And you see it right there how North Texas defense creates their offense. Gets it on the deck, getting downhill, and she knows how to finish with a great 2 points right there. And all of a sudden, North Texas with the lead, 6-5, Josh, all created by their defense.
There's a block. Alexander using that.
The great rotation by the Tulsa defender, Alexander. Always want to have your hands up defensively. Good things happen when you get your hand on the ball. It's called a deflection, and Tulsa does a great job of that.
Crawford, contested scoop shot won't go, but another offensive rebound.
By none other than Perriman. Are you kidding me? I mean, she has improved so much.
Boy, that is a good move. You got to love the mid-range game. It's kind of a lost art, but that's almost unguardable for a player of the length of Alexander.
It is a little bit of a lost art, but like you said, defenses today that good players explore, and you can see right here, Alexander, because as a basketball player, Josh, only you know when you're going to pull up for the shot, and that's a perfect example of it. It's almost impossible to guard mid-range because it's on the drop of a dime that a player pulls up and shoots.
Little head fake for Crawford. Stop and go. So Wooten will take a seat, but it was good to see her back on the floor after a scary moment.
Yeah.
Kind of had her head, her face banged against the floor and going for a loose ball. Just kind of the player she is, though. You kind of expected it. That's not going to keep her out of the game. She was going to come back. Shot clock winding down. Good anticipation there by Ariana Hardaway.
It's almost impossible for Delaney to get to the basket, and at the same time, it's been difficult for her to get a shot off on the perimeter. Now you see why Coach Burton's team's elite defensively. Man, what a difference a game makes. North Texas with 97 points in the last game. This is a defensive battle if I've ever seen it. And Tulsa with already 6 turnovers with 2:30 left in the first quarter. That's going to be a point of contention for Coach Nelp. They're going to want to clean that up a little bit.
Trying to run the half court, easier said than done so far. Nice move off the catch by Lampkin, got the rebound and then tied up on the floor.
At the home game against Memphis, they were losing at 34 points in an absolute offensive explosion in the second half. You know, 42-point difference versus Memphis in the second half. They just took over. They dominated the third quarter in a big-time way and just showed what they're capable of.
Kind of what anybody else thinks.
Well, I mean, you just had other next-man-up mentality. They didn't have some players they counted on. Other girls have stepped up, and that's just a testament to Coach Burton and the program that he's established. So we did not have a flagrant foul there. Yeah, there's so much free movement in Coach Nelp's offense that Man, unless you're connected with the person that's passing, you're trying to get open. If you cut one way and they pass another, that's a turnover. That's exactly what happened.
Cartwright takes it inside. No. Great job by Fouch. She couldn't get the rebound, but she tipped it out to a teammate. And Tulsa off the trap.
Over back to Tulsa, and for all you young players out there, never give up on a play, and that shows you right there. North Texas gets it in the corner. Tulsa recognizes it. Double team. Tulsa ball.
Crawford, tough shot. She's been making those her entire career.
You know, at 5'10" guard, she's got length, you know, and she can turn and get her shot when she wants to. But, man, every time she turns around or tries to get to the rim, there's waves of white jerseys there. North Texas clearly trying to take her away. In this game, they're taking away perimeter. They're taking away paint. Mid-range is going to prove to be a big part of this game, I think, Josh.
So Cartwright takes a seat and might not play much the rest of the first half. We'll have to wait and see, but that's a big blow. She averages 26 minutes a game, and that number in everybody's good, but that's just kind of the way it goes.
It's college basketball, a coach to a player, but she could have gone a lot of places in the offseason, and she chose to come back to North Texas for a special run, and they're having it.
The Americans Preseason Player of the Year on the Lisa Leslie Award watch list. And for good reason. Harriman 3-0. There's Lampkin for another board.
Turnover. Tulsa has 7, so pretty even in that battle so far.
Chance to close strong. Ison, little step over.
Has to do with defense. North Texas only shooting 27.3% from the field. Tulsa a little bit worse at 26.7%.
Loose, look out, hard to the floor, and Lampkin hit her head as she fell. Still down on the other end as Tulsa
to the deck hard and hits her head. Oh my goodness, hopefully she's okay.
Anyway, we see that happen to Desiree Wooten in the first quarter. She's back in the game though. In that quarter, that meant when she was on the court, Tulsa outscored North Texas by 7, so she was key, but she's on the bench now.
You know, in our conversation with Coach Nell talking about Maddie Cartwright, it was about she spares no expense with her body, like she's willing to give it up for the ball at any time. (11-10) now Tulsa with the ball. Tulsa with a little bit of a perimeter dribble weave here, trying to get something going offensively.
North Texas now 8 of their 10 points coming in the paint. Off the air ball, that fell right into the lap of Cam Matthews. Nearly banked in by Bradley. And
it was a promotion to Ariana Hardaway. She's just been a fantastic player for North Texas, who's really stepped up this year, become just a big-time player for Coach Burton.
Now she's become a
play ad, but man, you got to keep her out there. She's kind of the engine that makes this thing go.
You see what she's really been doing, scoring the basketball. Her 2 highest point totals in conference play have come in the last 3 games. Easy 2 at the other end for Jacqueline Moore, closing in on 1,500 career points.
And there it is again with their North Texas defense creating their offense.
How about the quick hands to release that pass inside for Lampkin, who's right back in the game after that hard crash to the floor. 6-0 run.
Steal, looking ahead, 2 quick passes, and Misha knows how to finish around the bucket. But right there you see how North Texas can score in bunches and how they can have an offensive explosion like they did in the second half of the last game. They're always looking forward in transition. Bucket. She knows what to do with it. averaging 16.2 points per game, one of the leaders in the conference, 9.6 rebounds, just big-time stats. This position, and you're there first, and the offensive player comes through you, that's when you can get that call. And Ice did just a tremendous job right there of staying between her player that she's guarding and the basket and establishing position and taking the charge.
How about that? Cam Matthews knocks down the open shot. Whistle on the drive.
Exactly what to do with it. Big time three to tie the game at 14.
Third year at North Texas after spending 2 years at Incarnate Word.
Shoots almost 73% from the line. And North Texas has good free throw shooters. It's going to be interesting. So does Tulsa. We can touch on that here in a little bit, but should be interesting down the stretch how free throws will come into play.
Matthews, same spot, same result.
Why not? Coach talked about Ice and loving to drive and kick, and it was like she has eyes on the back of her head. She knew exactly what she was going to do, but nobody else did. Trade open Matthews, and why not? She had just hit one there. Hey, same play, same result, winning basketball for Tulsa.
The second in the league in three-pointers made. North Texas, second best three-point defense in the league at 28%. So that's one of the battles within the game to watch today.
Tulsa second in the league in makes, first in attempts. And so they want to get that three ball going up.
Tulsa shot 36% in the first meeting down in Denton, and that was one of the reasons why North Texas was in control most of that game. But in the second half, they were able to do some different things, really got it going, and that's what made that game close at the end. Bradley inside. 2-on-1 in the fast break. And an easy two from Lampkin. Nice feed by Moore.
Yeah, Lampkin, just an elite athlete at 6'2", beat everybody down the floor that time. And again, she knows what to do with it when she gets it. Almost automatic around the basket.
Harriman trying to draw the whistle on the drive. Nice hands by Cam Matthews. Oh my goodness.
Little dipsy-do under the bucket with the spin from Ison. Just shows you what kind of first step she has in the control of her body right there. Just an elite move from a big-time player.
Whistle and a foul.
Tell you what, they've got some other girls that are really stepping up today, but they sure will be happy when they get Elise Hill back. Tulsa in kind of a switching man now. North Texas not ready for it, and another turnover. Boy, turnovers has been at a high rate. That's North Texas's 12th turnover in this game. And that's tough. That's tough to overcome. But the good thing for them is Tulsa has almost as many. Tulsa a little bit of a dribble weave. And with that, you're trying to get that ball movement and then get an edge in a lane to get to the gap and get to the bucket. And that's the whole thing about Tulsa's positionless basketball.
Crawford follows up her own miss, pulls up from the elbow. That won't go either. Lampkin high off the glass, flexing the muscle.
Boy, they're really making it tough on Delaney. Delaney is Tulsa's best scorer, only 2 points so far, and just having to work for every shot that she gets, too. North Texas is everywhere.
Three from Jade Clack is no good. Golden Hurricanes still have not used Maddie Cartwright in this second quarter after she picked up her second foul in the first.
Boy, this game is up and down, Josh. I'm sitting over here not moving, and I'm tired watching it. Like, these girls, you have to be in elite shape to play for Coach Burton or Coach Nell, no question.
Yes. Another tough shot for Crawford. Gets this one to fall. Back to one.
It's just a dogfight. I mean, they're having to work for every shot they get. Usually it's up through hands and contest, physicality. Whoever can handle that the best is going to win this game.
Can't get the roll. Bradley with the rebound. 5-on-4 advantage for a moment. Pull up three.
Not happy about the no call, but she keeps her head and keeps her momentum, plays through contact, and gets the kiss off the glass to get this thing to within a point. 22-21, what a battle.
Weaving through traffic. What a take by Kyla Deck. Harriman no, but was able to do enough to disrupt. Give Tulsa a second chance. Lampkin already with 6 rebounds. League leader.
That they were going to push, fast break it on a make or a miss all the time. They're trying to push tempo, and you can just see it. It's on display here today at the Rental Center.
Ison, little step through. That was a tough one. Tulsa just one of their last 9 from the floor. They had a foul with 2, and
they're sure going to be happy to get her back in the second half.
Crawford. Second chance. Bradley won't go. Tulsa just 3 of 14 now from outside.
Makes it tough when your offense is predicated on getting threes and making threes, and you're not really making them. It makes it tough. You got to do it on the defensive end, and Tulsa's been doing that to stay in this game.
More points in the paint. Jocelyn Moore that time.
Well, she's so good off the dribble. Just a big-time player, knows what she wants to do, can score at all 3 levels.
Alexander from outside.
3-ball is key. Tulsa looks like they're dropping down. North Texas pulling away. Couple threes, back in the game.
Nice cut to the basket. Finish not there, though. Tulsa with a chance to tie or take the lead. And Crawford able to draw the one to foul.
2 free throws for Delaney.
Averaged over 23 points in the 2.
And absolutely deserving of that, no question. Both these programs play quite a few players. You know, North Texas has played 8 so far, and Tulsa 9 players. I imagine they're going to get probably 10 players each in the game. When you play this hard and fast, Josh, you got to have a deep bench, and both these teams have exactly that.
Here's Brackens. That's one player that she might not get a ton of minutes, but she's going to make the most of them. 12 points, 6 rebounds in only 15 minutes against Memphis on Wednesday for Brackens, who just hit that 3. And inside, Perriman gets the bucket.
Boy, that shot was just in perfect motion.
Right, and Cam Matthews, who came off the bench to hit 2. They were much needed, big sparks. They'll be looking for more of that here in the second half.
Tulsa right out in their dribble weave, trying to get some continuity going offensively. Love how they keep their spacing.
Perriman 3 off the mark. So Tulsa now just 4 of 16. They shot 36% in the first meeting. A lot of that damage was in the second half. It's when the guards started to post up. North Texas was not able to adjust and close things out on forwards who can shoot the 3.
Boy, here we go, starting the second half the way they started the first. High-level defense, contesting everything, making it difficult to score points. Tulsa again spreading it out, looking for quick reversals. There it is, a drive and kick for 3 and a foul on the. Got to get into the paint. Got to keep your spacing, drive and kick for open 3s.
When you're trying to get things in a rhythm offensively, is it easier to do at the start of the second half because you're right in front of your own bench as long as they're communicating?
A lot of people think that when you're in front of your own bench, your coach, you can hear your coach a little bit better. You can hear what a shot by Delaney Crawford through contact right at the end of the shot clock. That's an elite player, and then not. But either way, big-time player making a big-time shot at the end of the shot clock.
Eight points now for Crawford on 3 of 9 shooting. Looking for more. There's Hardaway corralling the rebound. How about the block? Lexi Fouch stepping in to swat it away.
That's Tulsa's 4th block on the game. They're one of the leading block teams in the conference. Get their hands up and contest. Right here, the rotation by Lexi Fouch. I mean, you got to have your head on a swivel in defensive transition, especially if you're the big girl. Teach you to get to the bucket and then play out from the bucket. She did a great job rotating over and getting her hand on that shot.
She has played some valuable minutes for Tulsa in the conference slate. Started 4 games recently whenever they were without Paige Bradley. They were big minutes for Tulsa, helping them get a couple of wins. Bradley able to save it. There's a block. Johnson for North Texas. Cartwright just off the mark.
Boy, Tulsa is not shy to fire up those threes. I mean, they believe.
When you gamble to try to intercept the pass, and that's what you're left with.
And then North Texas will make you pay with Misha Lampkin. But she's so good at using leverage and angles to score, just really good around the bucket.
Kyla Deck, Shania Price into the game for Jason Burton's team.
North Texas staying in a man-to-man, contesting, ball pressure, the whole 9.
Now they only had 4 in the entire first half.
I like when referees let them play, especially these 2 teams that are scrappy, physical, not afraid to, play with physicality, and it just makes for a better game, I think.
Johnson with another rebound. That's her 5th. She's been a monster on the boards in conference play. 8 rebounds per night in the American. And a little floater for Lampkin. Now with a game-high 12. Cartwright 3, no good. Tipped around, still loose. Ison able to come away with it. Baseline drive amongst 2 defenders for everybody, but when you kind of hit this past the halfway point of the season, as
a freshman, takes a while to get used to, because in high school you were by far the best player on the court, and generally you could kind of get away with anything. Well, that's not the case in this game here today at Division I women's basketball.
A double win. They didn't just get Kennedy, they got her sister Brooklyn as well.
Those 2 for 1, Josh. You gotta love it.
Out of Houston's C.E. King High School.
Boy, Tulsa just so active defensively. Anytime North Texas tries to put it on the deck, they're scraping at it. But boy, if you can get it to her, Lampkin, she's going to finish. And just a big-time player making big shots for North Texas.
Terrific feed there on the no-look bounce pass by Kyla Deck. And a foul on
Lampkin has great hands around the bucket, but she knows how to finish when she gets it.
Price partially tipped on the way up. Crawford hit the turbo button and takes it all the way in.
She held on to that on the fast break, and then the defense kind of cleared, so she just took it to the house there. Bucket, the defender clears. She had an easy path to the bucket, and she finishes more times than she doesn't. The thought is that when you get your hands on it and you get a deflection, good things happen. Sometimes you get a steal. Sometimes you get a turnover. But if your hands are at your side, you can't play defense near as well if your hands are up.
Nice take by Hardaway. Now, one of your old coaches here at Tulsa used to talk about that. I believe he knew a little something about winning games, didn't he?
Tubby Smith was huge on deflections, just real big on just trying to. If you asked both of these coaches, they would want it to be right. Tulsa looks like they're staying in that matchup zone right there. Again, a lot of these new defenses are all about switching and man-to-man, but again, active hands by Maddie Cartwright, big-time steal.
Good job there by Perriman. Didn't want to pick it back up and be whistled for a double dribble, so just tapped it out to the teammate. Corner three for Fouch, no good. Rebounded by Kyla Deck. First-year transfer from Stephen F. Austin. Has really played a big impact.
Yeah, so getting back to deflections, Josh, you're talking about this, getting your hand on the ball. Back when Tubby Smith, Hall of Fame coach, was here at Tulsa. I was fortunate enough to play for him. But 35 was the number. Wanted to get 35 deflections per game. They felt like that was a chance to win. Shot clock violations and charges counted. I would imagine both these teams are easily into the 30s today. I mean, this is, look at the turnover count, just the way these two teams play defense. Lots of deflections here today.
Three-pointer goes down for Jacqueline Moore, her first of the game, her 198th career.
Here it is, third quarter, North Texas starting to create some separation. This is what they do.
Goes right at the contact, and she'll go to the line.
More than anything, wanted to be part of this rebuild that Coach Burton has done such a great job here at North Texas.
Sixth in career points, second in career rebounds and blocks.
And number one in games played as of today. Here in the third quarter, North Texas playing North Texas basketball.
Tulsa's limited to 4 3-pointers so far today. They finished with that number only twice this year.
And now you see why North Texas is so getting them off the line. And that's what North Texas is doing to Tulsa. They're making them speed up their shots. They're making them take shots from deeper. And I'm telling you, North Texas, elite defenders on the perimeter.
Tulsa's still taking the same number, but it's just not been in the same usual form within the rhythm and flow of the offense and good looks. They have done a pretty good job tonight limiting.
The keys to the game from Coach Nelp was rebound to win. And you can't give this young lady at the line too many opportunities because she's as good as it gets. Tulsa in danger zone here, down 12, third quarter. Got to get something going offensively.
Crawford, little step through, scoop shot, count it.
Well, you talk about a collision too, my goodness. Very physical game here today. Clearly both these teams want to win, and they've got the athletes to do it. Reynolds Center's a tough place for people to get wins. North Texas going to the well with Lampkin, and that's a good way to get a victory. Give her the ball.
Now she's got a 20-piece now to go along with 8 rebounds. They can be deflating in the moment.
Really can. North Texas now up 11. Tulsa with turnovers now, 16 turnovers. North Texas has 17, but that's under the leave, man. I'm telling you, preseason player of the year, well-deserved. I'd say she's well on her way to getting that honor.
Yes, indeed. Well, she had career high 29 points to go along with 13 rebounds in this building a year ago, but it was a moot point as Tulsa came away with the win. Much different story so far here this afternoon. Up ahead of the pack, Cartwright. That's an old high school matchup. Cartwright versus Hardaway, the two players from the state of Arkansas. They had some battles in the Arkansas State tournament.
Wow, a little physicality out there. It gave her a wide open layup.
One of the better foul shooters in the league. A little bit of pressure here after the made free throw. Tulsa able to get it in across the timeline. Final minute of the third quarter now. Home team desperate for a bucket here. Crawford nearly banked in the three. Lampkin snatches her 9th rebound.
Tulsa really struggling from the perimeter, and again, a lot of that credit goes to North Texas, how they're forcing them out further, and they got to take shots quicker than they're comfortable with. You know, you may think it's open, but it's only open for a split second. You got to get that shot off quickly because of the way North Texas recovers defensively.
Tally for three, no good. Lampkin with the rebound and the foul.
She did that right there with a bucket and one.
See the double-double. That's the 30th of her career. She's now tied for second all-time in Mean Green history. Chance for Tulsa to beat the buzzer. Crawford off 1 foot. Won't go.
So we'll see if Tulsa can get on track from the perimeter here and try to make this a game, because it's going to take some threes from Tulsa to get back in this thing.
Everybody on the floor can shoot them, but got to keep possession in order to do that. And Ison called for the foul after the
selections. If you show the ball, North Texas is going to get their hands on it. That's what created that steal and transition for North Texas. Ison with a little bit of a frustration foul there. Clearly, North Texas trying to get the ball into Lampkin. They know that's their recipe for victory here today, and that time Tulsa able to turn them over.
Great battle there. Bradley wrestling to get it back, and on the other end, she rattles in a three.
And that's what we were talking about right there. Threes get you back in ball games quickly. Tulsa now only down 10, which is 4 possessions. See if they get another steal, and there it is.
Third time in 4 games with at least 18 turnovers for North Texas.
Tulsa with really good ball movement on this offensive possession. Got driving and cutting and throwing the ball around the perimeter. Looking for an open shot.
Once again, the clock winding down, and Perriman underneath.
Fouls happen, and it's not your fault, but, you know, it's part of basketball.
JR 27 of 30 at the free throw line over the last 2 games. And it doesn't coincide with their season numbers, only 67% on the year. But Angie Nelt told us yesterday, she said it's no surprise. We knew we were better than that. It's just finally starting to show.
Oh, shooters shoot, and free throw shooters make free throws, and you can go through lulls, but eventually the percentages pay out, and Tulsa is a good free throw shooting team.
There's Crawford for 2 more. Team high 13, but it's come at a cost. North Texas has had a blanket over her most of the day.
Tulsa down 9 now, slowly chipping away here at this North Texas lead.
Dex 3, no good.
It's a crowd here today. It's a doubleheader. The men's play shortly here after the ladies play. Just a great day of basketball here on the campus of University of Tulsa.
Now, North Texas had a 17-point lead in the closing stages of the third quarter in the first meeting this year. Perriman knocks down the 3, and this is the type of comeback that Tulsa started to mount. They ended up scoring 30 points in the fourth quarter, ended up cutting that game down to just a possession.
We just talked about it. It's going to take some threes for Tulsa to get back in it. Well, guess what? Couple threes, down 6, 2-possession game. Should be fun.
Dak draws the foul.
I don't think you can play for Coach Snell unless you can shoot threes.
That's right. Perriman spins, can't get it to go with the left hand. Lampkin with another rebound.
Boy, Tulsa gets the ball on the deck. You get in the paint, you think you're open, and all of a sudden there's 3 white shirts closing the gap to the bucket. North Texas just does a great job of helping and recovering. Now steal by Delaney Crawford.
And Hardaway trying to...
Delaney's on the deck and got to give her the space there. She was almost off to the side. And there was a collision. I think that's a good call by the referee.
The first on Hardaway. Jake Clack able to corral it, but turnover anyway. Dak, who started the play, can't get the contested layup. Still loose. And what a job by Hardaway. Get rid of that ball from her back. Lampkin now. Inside and draws level at doing that.
You know, back when I played, which was long ago, Josh, let me tell you, the player, she is in constant motion, makes herself hard to guard, gets to open areas, and again, an elite basketball player, knows how to finish around the rim, and just a huge asset for North Texas. And Coach Burton almost had me in tears on the call the other day. He's talking about how her legacy was more important to her than anything else when it came to basketball in North Texas. And man, just a throwback to the good old days, and just a wonderful human being and a player here at North Texas.
He's got 26 and 13 today.
Wow, is all I can say with 5:25 left in the fourth quarter. I have a feeling she's not coming out of the game, Josh.
Not if she has anything to say about it, that's for sure. Again, using almost all of the clock, and then a dagger at the end. Hardaway for 3.
It's great basketball right there. They're moving the ball inside out, around the perimeter. Just wear the defense down, and then she doesn't shoot threes, doesn't even try to. 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 26 points, 13 rebounds, and here's a stat you don't always hear. She's drawn 6 fouls. I mean, she is wreaking havoc here at the Rental Center.
Crawford, little step out for 2, back to single digits. Still time for Tulsa to make a run, but North Texas has done a really good job at using up almost all the shot clock and still getting off a good shot.
Maddie Cartwright's got to be careful. She's got 4 for the Hurricane.
And that elbow. Team fouls even at 3 apiece here in the fourth. Still plenty of timeouts remaining too. Nearly lost. Crawford got it back, 10 to shoot. Perriman, corner 3.
And again, North Texas speeds them up. I mean, they're trying to jam the strong hand for the Tulsa penetrators. I mean, every time Tulsa tries to put it on the deck, North Texas is jumping to the side of their strong hand. That is just a fantastic defensive philosophy and making it difficult for Tulsa to get to where they want to get offensively. Defensive philosophy, you know, for North Texas, make them go to their weak hand. They want to go to the right, make them go to their left. Offensively, it won't be near as efficient when you make them do that.
Lexi Fouch, 3 rattles out. Perriman will try it from the same spot. No. Offensive rebound. And the foul on the floor.
Giving themselves more and more opportunities to make a three. And if they can get hot here in the end of the game, they might make this interesting.
They're in the bonus now. Bradley loads up for three, knocks it in. Paige Bradley, 9 of 12 from three in the last 4 games coming in. And now she's hit 2 this afternoon.
That's 75% if my math's correct. And let me tell you something. She can play for any team in the country shooting 75% from three.
Back to a 2-possession game. Hardaway dribbled it off the leg of Cartwright. Maddie wants it, takes it, and drains it. 1-possession game.
No panic over there on the North Texas bench. Coach Burden wanted him to just get him, keep running what got him here. Things are getting a little tight. Should be a fun finish.
This is an 8-0 Tulsa run. Tulsa with the Greenwood 21 theme shirts they're wearing today in honors of historic Greenwood Avenue, Black Wall Street here in Tulsa. So much history, and Angie Nelt trying to rally her team here. She's talked about their togetherness all year, especially in tough moments.
Are at a high level, hands are flying, girls are getting on the floor. Shot clock violation, Tulsa basketball.
Run, ice into the rim, can't get it to go. Strong rebound by Talley. That was huge.
North Texas content here to run their offense, not in any hurry. Up 3.
Scoring drought of more than 4 minutes for the Mean Green. Deck kicks, Hardaway missed everything
in the last couple minutes here. Giving themselves a chance, Josh.
4 of 7 from downtown in this 4th quarter. Ison, driving kick. Perriman, left wing 3, left it short, grabs the rebound. Bradley, no good, and Lampkin, another strong board. And Tulsa's got to choose somebody to foul now. It'll be Hardaway. No good, but the one make pushes it to it. Doesn't have to be a 3, they just need something quick.
North Texas has something to say about that, though.
Perriman for 3, no good. Loose ball foul.
Oh, but North Texas was able to clear the rebound and get a foul. 12 seconds, down 4. This free throw makes it 5. Both these teams scored a high level, but today it's really been about defense.
Off the inbound, Crawford, she got fouled and made it!
That's unfortunate, but Delaney with 1.
Knocks it down. Lampkin left wide open underneath and gets the sure thing too. Still a 3-point game. Do you foul? They'll try to defend. Here's Crawford amongst the double team. Misses front iron, and that'll do